Hey guys, welcome to my Venus through Signs series. This is for Venus in Pisces. So if in your birth chart Venus is sitting in the sign of Pisces, this reading is for you. This can also apply if you have Pisces as your seventh house. So I want to thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. I ask that you all please continue to do so. Remember, these are general readings, so they may or may not resonate, but hopefully they do give you clarity. All right, so we have the central issue, heart of the matter, as the Seven of Pentacles, the Fool, the Hierophant. We have the Tower, the Moon, Three of Pentacles, Five of Swords, and Judgment. So it looks as if you guys, something you revealed, something, maybe you put your feelings out there, maybe someone put their feelings out there to you, and it was like nothing's happening, waiting. And then all of a sudden, boom, there's some sort of major shift or change. I feel like all of a sudden everything comes out into the open, maybe some sort of secrets. Ooh, I see some sort of big anxiety attack. Something happens that gives you anxiety, that makes you very emotional. Maybe intuitively you already felt like something was getting ready to happen, like you would see that someone's status on social media. Maybe you've been checking someone's status. Maybe something's been telling you, you're like, oh my God, I think they're, about to say something or reveal something, and then boom, your intuition is right. Or this is happening. It's the other way around. So maybe intuitively someone has been snooping around on your social media, and bam, there it is. They see that you're in a relationship. They see that you did this or did that. I don't know. There's just something, a secret comes out and it triggers anxiety. I do feel like there is some sort of emotional breakdown. You guys are getting very emotional about something. I can't pinpoint it just yet, but I feel like it's happening. Like everything you've been suppressing and holding back just comes flooding, like the gates come flooding with emotions. I also feel that you might realize that you have a telepathic bond with somebody. You might discover that you're an empath. It just dawns on you. Everything makes sense. You come to this major realization that you're an empath. Maybe you have been getting headaches or weird body functions, strange things happening right before disaster. So you're realizing that your body is an antenna for, what do you call it? Get it out, damn it. Weather disasters, or just something that's happening where you're in tune with Mother Nature. You're an empath with Mother Nature. I don't know if you've ever done research on that, but there are people who realize that a storm was coming, or a volcano was coming, or a hurricane was coming, because they had like severe headaches the night before. And this is like, it's a pattern. It's like, okay, this isn't the first time that this has happened. Now I'm putting the two together. Every time this happens, there's an earthquake. Every time this happens, there's a tsunami. So you're discovering that you are an empath when it comes to nature. Now, romantically, it could be the same thing. Maybe you had a spiritual awakening. Maybe you notice that you've been having heart palpitations every time this happens or that happens. You can feel your twin flame having sex. Maybe you just now piece the two together. You're like, oh my God, that's what this is. I'm tapped into this person's energy or this person's emotions. So I do feel that you are being thrusted to deal, you're thrusted into emotion, or you're thrusted into a situation where you're having to deal with past traumas, abandonment issues, trust issues. Like something reawakens that. Maybe all of a sudden you do believe in past lives and soulmates and twin flames and twin souls and all of that stuff, all that stuff that we've labeled. Like you are realizing that something is very real. Illusions are real. I just saw, no, I don't want to give it away. Well, I'm just going to say I saw Spider-Man this weekend. It was really good, by the way. But there's something in it that maybe makes you feel like, I knew it. You know, no, that wasn't fake. That was a clue about some real life shit. So if you're a conspiracy theorist, something could confirm that something is very, very much real. You might have, maybe you never heard of Mandela effect, and all of a sudden you're like, what? No, I know what Mandela effect is, or, you know, I had never heard of this before, and now it explains this and that. So I feel like maybe some sort of your theories or something, your traditional belief system is being shaken down or destroyed or crumbling. You might be detaching from traditional beliefs because of something you witnessed or something you experienced. Something just kind of changed your whole perspective in regards to life and relationships, period. But I do feel like you're having some sort of spiritual awakening, especially maybe those of you that have a twin flame, or maybe you didn't believe in twin flames, but somebody kept saying you're my twin flame, and you were like, no, you're not. Stop it with all that foolishness. And then something happens where you're like, they were right all along. I do believe in twin flames. So something very mind-blowing could be happening where your whole belief system is being dismantled and having to be rebuilt. Now, on a mundane level, something could be happening where, you know, there's some sort of restructuring of your job, and maybe you are suddenly displaced. Maybe the company folded and you're like, what am I going to do? Maybe you already intuitively felt like something was getting ready to happen. You're like, something's getting ready to happen. I don't know what it is. I don't really feel that good about it. And so it finally happens. You go to work one day and they're like, sorry, everybody, you have to go home. We lost this business. Or you walk to your apartment to see a sign up saying eviction, all tenants evicted. You know, just something that is beyond your control, something that is not of your fault is happening, I feel. And I know that's not going to be for everyone, but I would, just in case, because this is for the entire month of July, so you have time. If this is something that hasn't happened yet, I would start putting in other applications just in case. Maybe you even were forewarned in a dream already and you were ignoring it. Now you're being forced to deal with it. But this does look like having to start new or having to lay down a new foundation. Now, this also could be, you know, something happened in a relationship. Your relationship got dismantled, disrupted. You had to see through an illusion. Maybe you were looking at something through rose-tinted glasses. I do feel like if it is about the dismantling of a relationship, at least now you get to start over. You're starting over. You're laying down a new foundation. Now, somebody out there is not going to be happy about your success, or you might not be happy for someone's success. So if this is the situation where all of a sudden you go to an ex's page and you see that their status has changed from single to relationship, or maybe it's not even a status, maybe you just scroll through and see them booed up with somebody and you're like jelly, super jelly. You're like, what You know, and it's something that maybe you knew eventually it was happening. It's not, especially if, let's say you're the one changing your status update and your ex saw. It's not like they were chasing you. So what did they expect, you know? What did they expect? So something is being brought to someone's attention, something is being revealed, something is being exposed, and I feel like it's out there for the general public to see. I feel like this strongly has something to do with social media status or a picture that's uploaded or posted or shared. And then, you know, like someone just not really being happy about it. I wouldn't publicly, if you publicly announce that you're broken up from someone or that you've separated someone, you're not getting sympathy from somebody. Somebody is like, good, I hope you drown in your sorrows. They're like wishing you negative thoughts. So be careful who you think you have in your corner, especially co-workers or a situation is dealing with work, competitors. Someone's moving on or has moved on, whether it's you or someone else. Even if someone still holds a special place in your heart, maybe you still think about this person. Maybe now that they see that you've moved on or sense that you've moved on, they're calling you and you're just ignoring their messages and their calls. Maybe they sent you a friend request and you're like, leave me alone. I just feel like, you know, someone may be closing you out or you might be closing someone out. You know, because maybe someone has fallen in love again. Or maybe, you know, someone has been engaged. There could be some sort of announcement of an engagement or announcement that you're having a child. You know, there's something that you might be happy about that other people aren't. I also feel like if someone was afraid to open up and tell you that they loved you or that, you know, they wanted to marry you, I just feel like someone is getting over those fears and they are finally releasing that. And they're like, okay, that was a huge milestone for me. Do you know what it's like for me to express how I feel about somebody, to tell somebody that I'm in love? That was hard for me and I did it. I got it out of my system. Now that you know how I feel, I hope you feel the same. So I feel like this also may be about someone just blurting out or releasing. Maybe you might be very shocked or surprised to find out that someone has been in love with you or someone wants to move forward with you. Or, you know, you got thrown off. The surprise engagement worked for, you know, some of you. So although I do see this disastrous moment with the Tower, and it could indicate like a sudden breakup, I don't really feel like it's about a breakup, but I do feel like it's about a shift or a change in dynamics in your relationships or whoever you were dealing with. If you're completely single, I still feel like someone's going to reveal to you how they feel, and it's going to really catch you off guard. It's going to really catch you off guard or throw you through a loop. I feel too, if you are trying to get out and date and meet other people, that if you get invited somewhere, you might want to go. You might want to go to that party. You might want to go to that office gathering. You might want to go to that bridal shower or that wedding. You know, you might have to take that invitation in order for you to meet someone, because I see the possibility of you meeting someone at a social gathering. But I also see this as someone finally asking you on a date. They're finally asking you out on a date. And you guys are finally having a chance to spend time with one another. This can also be a situation where someone is moving in out of the blue. Like all of a sudden there's some sort of sudden changes to your home. Or you're making room in your home For somebody, maybe they're like, I didn't know where else to turn. Maybe too that you had been at odds with somebody. You guys hadn't even been on speaking terms. And then all of a sudden, they're asking for a place to stay, or they need a place to stay. And it's like, well, remember what you said to me last time, or remember this, you know, whatever from last time. But I do see a new foundation being laid out, and I feel like if this is getting back with someone, like you guys are trying to start fresh, you guys are trying to start new. Wow, this devil energy has been coming out in the past few readings, so maybe there is a strong Capricorn presence viewing these videos, or maybe there is something as the collective going on with these last few signs, where you're dealing with someone who is very coming off as temptation, lustful, someone who's lusting after you, someone who maybe could be very codependent, very jealous, obsessive, maybe someone who has an addiction to drugs, alcohol, sex, sexual addiction, someone who's using some sort of spell work to attract you. Maybe you're trying to block out this energy. You're like, no, I'm not following. You can't trick me, or you can't lure me into your realm. And they keep coming towards you or coming at you. Yeah, someone wants you. I think this is going to cut off, and I wasn't really finished talking. Well, let me just try and talk as far as I can. But yeah, it looks like, because I ran out of memory now, but he wants what he wants. This is a very intense energy who's coming to get what he wants. He feels like something belongs to him. Maybe he feels like you belong to him, or if you are a girl, maybe you got your eye on somebody and you're like, no, I know this person belongs to me. Someone does not want to let you go to the point where it's become obsessive. And I also feel like this is someone, if this is you, if you have been trying to suppress or cut off your attraction towards someone, it's only making it worse. I feel like intuitively you're being guided towards this person. This is someone who definitely wants to dominate, and they're going to say it. They're going to speak it into existence. I feel like something is manifesting and coming into existence for you guys. So I hate to rush that last part, but hopefully that still made sense to you. Hopefully there's clarity for you. I do see clarity. I feel like someone's making a clear decision on what they want. I feel too like you're finally going to see through someone, or you're going to see someone for what they really are. So, all right, I know it's going to disconnect, but I hope that made sense. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and many blessings to you.